local participants and listeners from around the world. I'm Kristen Schwartz, licensed midwife and MC for Gold Learning. And I'm here today chatting with Stephanie Carroll about an upcoming presentation in the Gold Lactation Online Conference 2019. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hi.
So nice to have you here with us today. And what we're doing here at Gold is to sit down with our speakers and introduce them to our listeners so, you get to know our speakers a little bit better and see who will be presenting to you in the upcoming Gold Lactation Online Conference here. So, Stephanie, tell us a little bit about yourself. First of all, where are you located in the world? We have a very international audience, so let them know where you are.
I actually live in a very small town called Gallipolis in southeast Ohio in the United States. A lot of people don't think of Appalachia as being in Ohio, but the southeast region of Ohio is actually considered Appalachia.
Very good. Thank you for letting us know a little bit about. I must be honest, I was not clear on that either. I did not know that parts of Ohio was considered to be in Appalachia. So that is very interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about the region? What else is included in that region? What other states are included?
Sure. So I actually didn't know that either whenever I started Appalachian Breastfeeding Network, so don't feel bad.
Thank you.
But it actually goes from it actually goes from southern New York down to northern Mississippi and follows the Appalachian mountains.
Very good. Thank you for educating us here today. I think I've learned definitely something new, and that right at the beginning of our little sit down here. So now let us move on now to your background. I know you're a lactation consultant. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And so tell us a little bit how you got to become a lactation consultant and what are you all involved in?
Actually became a lactation consultant first before I got my MBA. I started as a WIC breastfeeding peer helper in Gallia County, Ohio. And from there, I just knew that I wanted to become a lactation consultant. Took the certified lactation specialist course, then the certified lactation counselor course, went to Union Institute and University, got my IBCLC, and then I actually went back and got my MBA in nonprofit organizations and entrepreneurship.
How wonderful. You have a wonderful background there. So let me ask you this. Are you working in private practice?
Yes, I have a private practice called Appalachian Breastfeeding Services. I run this practice with 4 other IBCLCs in the area.
Oh, wonderful. And you said you have an MBA in also nonprofit management. Is that correct? You mentioned that? Yes.
Yes, yes,
So
I do.
are you also involved in any nonprofit work?
Yes, so I founded Appalachian Breastfeeding Network in 2016. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we have about 515 members now across 15 states and 3 countries, actually.
Oh, wonderful. And what does this organization do? What do you do with it?
We do a lot, but what our mission is to transform the Appalachian culture in order to provide education and empowerment to increase access to care for our families of Appalachia.
Wonderful. Now let's move on to your presentation. Your presentation is titled Barriers to Breastfeeding in Appalachia. So my first question when I look at the title is breast barriers to breastfeeding in Appalachia. Is Appalachia a very specific region? Do you see there is more challenges?
Yes, actually, Appalachian culture is one of the cultures in the United States that's often forgot about. And because of that, we are facing some underrepresented healthcare issues as well as, socioeconomic issues. So that actually makes it more difficult to breastfeed in our area formula feeding is actually considered a power code, as researcher Joni Gray has said. So people that breastfeed in Appalachia don't seem to have the power um, that those that formula feed do. Seems to have power over what they're doing. And I'll talk about that more in my presentation.
Wonderful. Yes, and I do believe I'm here in Florida and in South Florida, and I must admit we don't um, get to know much about Appalachia, and I'm glad you're shining light on this because I think it is important to learn about different regions, not only in United States but also worldwide, and introducing this topic to our listeners here. So let me ask you this, and this is going to be my last question before I let you go. What do you hope our delegates will take away from this presentation?
Mainly, I just want everyone to recognize that Appalachians have their own unique culture, and it's highly underrepresented. So whenever people are moving away from Appalachia, they are, facing difficulty in their healthcare providers because people don't know how to respond to the culture in which we are living in. So just knowing that we have our own unique culture, what that comprises of, and then how to um, better assist those women to breastfeed, and then also what Appalachian Breastfeeding Network is doing to help that as well.
Great. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for sitting down here with me today and chatting a little bit about your background and the upcoming presentation.
Thank you.
And Stephanie's presentation, Barriers to Breastfeeding in Appalachia, is part of the Gold Lactation Online Conference of 2019. For more information on this presentation will be live on April 16th, but for more information on this presentation and on the other presentations in the conference, please go to goldlactation.com. Thank you everyone for listening today. Bye-bye.